As of just last week, Uber's brand new Preferred Deliveries, which is a direct Dasher Rewards competitor, the new program is only in 11 marketplaces in the country, including here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I now have a mountain of a challenge to hit, like Dasher Rewards, the different tiers. Same exact thing. Once I hit the tiers, then I get priority access to higher paying offers. So as an Uber Eats driver today, I have a little bit of a challenge to raise my current 8% acceptance rating to only 30% though. That's the thing. For the month of November, on the initial launch, I only need a 30% acceptance rate to get tier 1. So let's accept absolutely everything. As an Uber Eats courier, let's go online here and raise that 8% to an eventual 30% and see how high paying that first tier is and if it's worth it, because I did this on Dasher Rewards. So let's compare if this program will actually pay me more money. Well, of course it would. Of course it would. The first offer I get, which I want to accept because all we're trying to do right now is accepting that AR, is like $5 some for a stacked order, which is wild. So 2 offers for $508. 2.2 miles. I mean, it's not the worst dollars to mile payout technically, but it's 2 drops for that, $508. At least it's not far away. Order number 1, acceptance rate slowly trickling up. So if you're gonna go for any rewards program, this Preferred Deliveries or Dasher Rewards, and it's based on acceptance rating, you really have to look at the math of, is it worth it to just accept stuff? And typically, no, it isn't. Typically, when I did this on Dasher Rewards, I think I started in the 20s, and that program was 50% AR for the first tier. And this program, Preferred Deliveries on Uber Eats, will be 50% in December. So all those shifts leading up to it, just raising your AR, it's basically gonna be at a loss. It's not gonna be good. And I'm fully anticipating the same thing on this shift, just to get to whatever their first tier is, gold. Bit of a wait time, but not too bad. For 2 offers, you know, if you keep in mind both of these are for like $5, is not worth it. Also, a question for you. You can see I'm backing out of a parking spot here. Do you ever pay parking when you're doing deliveries? Now, normally the answer is always no. City streets, no. Parking, like paid lots, no. But this time, I saw parking enforcement. So I paid for a couple of minutes. By the way, that is a business expense. Any paid expenses like that, like extras, dash cams, equipment, car washes, any paid parking in this case, all business expenses. You can track your business expenses with our channel partner Solo. Got a 7-day free trial. I'm on the Pro Plus plan if you want to check out those benefits with the Solo app, linked in the description. But this first one, it's a meet curbside. Kind of in a busy area, so let's see here. First 2 deliveries. Well, there goes any margin whatsoever that I thought I was gonna get lucky and get a decent dollars to mile margin on this one. Oh, look what I got. Just please look at what I got. I'm on my way to Bengal Kebab House, and then I'm going all the way up here northeast, 17 miles for $11. I mean, it could be worse, but 39 minutes. Oh. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I told you, you're gonna have pretty bad shifts if you're gonna just bump up that AR and accept either for Dasher Rewards, or in this case, the Preferred Deliveries. Now, you could decline these, and you're just gonna have to hope eventually you get enough good orders so you won't increase that AR as fast as if you just accepted everything. So if you want to increase your AR, it's going to be up to you. Like, do I want to increase it quickly and accept everything and take a massive loss, or decline some and take slightly less of a loss, but it's going to take a longer time to increase that AR? Well, pick up to the restaurant, easy enough. Pick up time, instantly ready, very nice. And then now we have a relaxing 22-minute drive to the customer, taking me way out of the zone. Good thing it's not on DoorDash here. Oh, 22 minutes of nothing but driving to the customer. My max is like 12 minutes. I don't want to drive that far away typically. Obviously, it's going to vary based on how big your marketplace is, but in this case, It's gonna time me up for a bit. By the way, let me ask you, since I got some time here, I started at 8%. If I drive for like 4 or 5 hours today, which is what I'm going for, how high can I get that? Oh, here's another thing I just thought of. You shouldn't even accept the long runs, but you kind of have to. It's a double-edged sword because I want the shortest runs possible, because all I want is volume to increase my acceptance rate. If I'm taking an order that takes 35 minutes, then I'm only gonna accept like one other order, versus if I can squeeze in 4 tiny runs in an hour, it'll help accelerate boosting my AR. So not only is this bad for money, this is bad for margin, but this is bad for the AR, and in this case, preferred deliveries. But anyway, 8%, I can finish if I go for 4 or 5 hours, maybe close to 20, low 20s. Put your guesses down below. Well, as you can see, I am way out here versus my preferred zone in the city center. Now, obviously, you don't have to drive food delivery only in the city center. I mean, you can drive in the suburbs, in different outskirts like I am today. And I've bumped up that AR to 9%. I feel like it should be higher, especially because I have a ton of declines on Uber Eats. So if it's a rolling basis like DoorDash, I feel like that should be higher. Hopefully I don't wait too long. I'm not gonna drive back in to the city. I'm just gonna wait out here and see what I get. There's some stuff out here. All right, I got something after 7 minutes of wait time outside of that drop-off location. And funny enough, this is actually heading back into an okay zone. It's just completely upside down on mileage. It is $12.02, but it's 15.9 miles, 37 minutes, and it's headed, yeah, it looks like, what is that? Right off of downtown, but it's increasing that acceptance rate, right? So let me drive 11 minutes, 6.6 miles to the pickup destination, Chili's, and we'll go from there. Okay, far delivery done. And at this point, I'm gonna give you a choice of what happened next. A, I declined an offer, which I'm not allowed to do. B, I got a very high paying and short run, which is awesome. Or C, maybe unsurprisingly, Uber Eats sent me another very far away order that is also not high paying whatsoever, that I have to accept because that's the premise today. I'll give you a second, and of course it's C. They give me another, look, long, low paying, wonderful. And then it said, oh, hey, Mike, would you like an add-on that's not as bad, but oh my good, at least that increases my acceptance rate. All right, leaving a hospital drop-off. Luckily, it was meet at door. Unluckily, my GoPro is still messing up, but I owe you a follow-up. So remember I asked you, where is the finishing acceptance rate gonna be? I started this at 8%. I mean, I checked after the first few, it was 9. So I feel like it's only gonna get up to 15. I haven't done a lot of Uber Eats. I feel like it should have gotten up to like 21, 22. But let's make this other delivery and then, yeah, go for like another hour or so. And then we'll check in on the acceptance rate, number 1. And then number 2, it's not gonna be good. So we'll check on the damage after the next hour. All right, there it is. There's the last delivery. I'm still on my way to finish this first one, but I just got a request as I'm finishing it, which is what Uber Eats does quite frequently. $14.04, 35 minutes, 10.9 miles. Head a little more northeast. Not fantastic. But now, assuming, you know, this is gonna go fine, I'm gonna complete this delivery, then I'm gonna do this Chick-fil-A right here. This is gonna bring us to about 4-ish hours, maybe 4.5 hours. So I may have forgotten about daylight savings time. The phone was right, because that updates automatically, but the car was not. So I thought I was driving for 4 hours, it was 3 hours, but still, the numbers are correct. So let's go over how I think I did today, then I'll put up the numbers on the screen, versus how I actually did, and see what that AR finished at. Today was awful. I mean, accepting everything, I think this was worse than my attempts to get AR up for Dasher rewards. I think the shift was more rough. They were giving me like the worst offers, low to moderate pay for far offers, the best margin was probably $1.60 a mile, but the rest were pretty like low, like $1.15, $1.20. So I'm guessing per hour I had to have done like, I think $14 or $15 an hour. And then pay per mile, I think I did, I think I did like, I'm gonna say $1.12 a mile. We'll see what it actually is. And then AR, I started at 8%. I'm thinking the AR might have finished around 8 to 14, 15. I mean, I just couldn't get short runs. My time was tied up in other orders. I couldn't do short runs to take like a whole bunch of offers to increase that AR faster. So if that's the case, hopefully I don't get shifts like this continually, where it's long, long runs, because if I can only increase it by like 5 to 7% every 4 hours, it's gonna take a long time, obviously, to increase that AR. And remember, I'm just trying to increase it to 30 next month. December, it's gonna be 50. But hang with me, I'm doing this for you. We're gonna test Preferred Deliveries Gold status versus Dasher Rewards Gold status, and we'll see what percent of offers are high paying. How high paying are they? DoorDash, it was kind of around $2 a mile. Am I gonna get that on Gold on Uber Eats Preferred? So let me go complete these deliveries. Comments down below, how do you think this shift was? And again, stay tuned. The next shift is gonna be a continuation of this, accepting everything.